on, good people? Yours truly, EZDZ, one of the three hosts of Chop Shop. World famous Waldo's not with us this evening. We got, to my right, the one and only Greg Dawson, a.k.a. Ruff. What's happening? How you feeling tonight, young man?
I feel my hands like I always do. I'm not that far to the right either, so just make sure we let that be known. But go ahead.
I sure wish we could get in here and just have dialogue, but it's cool. I ain't even tripping. To my left, this is family right here. This is a hustler's hustler, go-getter, a lot of good things going. They got the flag football league, fifth year of service. They got that going. And we got one of the players who is actually her son, my nephew, out here. So without further ado, give it up for Gina Greene, founder, CEO of Elite Zone, and her son, Amir.
Yay.
All right. Thank you.
Let's get into it. Yes, absolutely. Definitely love to have you on here. Let's get into how did it start with Elite Zone? How did that come together?
Elite Zone came about in 2020, COVID. We abruptly changed professions pretty quickly, and as our kids are getting older, we wanted to put them into sports because we homeschool. So trying to really get them outside into some social environment. So we just decided to go into flag football. Went through the whole approval process, interviews with NFL Flag, and got approved for the zone that we're in Tampa, in Hillsborough County.
Now let me ask you, was that a tough process? How was that?
You know, it was a 3-stage process, but it wasn't that tough. I think if you're sincere and your heart is there, it can be seen from other folks. So they knew we were about business. We were passionate about the sports in general, and flag football even more, just because the advantages that the younger kids have and also the girls have. So that was a really big thing for me by having two girls. To be able to get them into play mode, into football, and flag football is the way to go.
Okay, I'll give you that. I just think Little League football takes up so much time. And, you know, it's a grind. Yep. You know, we bump heads about this a lot because Little League football has changed. And I understand things change. Let me throw that out there. But when you start talking about, okay, just to put it in perspective, we played Little League football. There was nothing. There was no off season.
Right.
There was an off season. There was off season, but now there's no off season because kids continue to play, and they play now year round. You know, you got the 707, you got the exposure camps, and all that's great. But at the end of the day, kids don't have that time to rest their bodies, chill out. You know, and I want to get your input. What you think about that?
And that's an important piece because what we focus on a lot too with Elite Zone is we welcome and encourage a lot of the tackle players to come. You know, your soccer players, your tackle players, your track players, baseball players during their off season, because flag football allows for easy conditioning. Okay. There's no touching. It's not it's not the whole football field. It's literally about 45 minutes of game time. So it's an advantage for a lot of those kids because that is a good way for them to really get their bodies back into play mode right before the season starts, or just to give them something to do out of those 6 months instead of going to another, two-hand touch. Or even I seen last week at USA Flag, they were actually tackling each other without pads on. So that's a lot of contact. That's right. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a bit much.
You can go out there and get hurt.
And it's unbelievable how it's out there like that. So the good thing about our league is, it is real flag football, no touching, kids bump into each other, but there's nothing intentional, and we're really firm on that. We have usually about a 6 to 7 week season, and the first week is really getting acclimated into the sport. A lot of kids don't know about it. Most our kids are returning, but then you have a lot of new players. So that first week we're a little bit lenient, but come week 2, 3, 4, we're a little bit more stricter because now it's time to learn the game and now it's time to take it all in. Come the last few weeks, the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's go time. Refs know, they're calling everything, making sure that the kids know, right from wrong, the rules, the policies, and all that good stuff. Because it's a real sport. Flag football is now a real sport.
Yeah, they got schools. Yeah, they got
the Pro Bowl.
They got schools. I mean, they got schools giving scholarships. I mean, it's big business. That's for sure. It's definitely big business.
Long way from where we came, huh?
No,
right.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. We used to play tag. That was our football, playing tag.
We played, some of us played flag for many years, and it's to see how it's grown now.
We didn't have it.
It's crazy. Well, it's
didn't have it in
beautiful.
We didn't have girls flag football in school, but now
Not
they have
at
it.
all, yeah.
High schools they have that now.
Yeah, and and you speak about the girls. That's one of our big pet peeves is females in flag. I do a lot of hashtags on females in flag. I encourage a lot of the girls to really get into it, to understand if that's something that they want to continue to play, because flag is now sanctioned in colleges. There's 15 colleges that offer scholarships to play flag football for girls outside of the boys. So you got to take advantage of that early. This is the time when they're like, 4, 5, 6 to really get them into the game. Do they like it? If they like it, then you continue to build and get their athleticism up to play flag football, because they can be seen and they can be awarded great scholarships. It's now going to be in the Olympics come 2020 in LA.
Right. We had
one here.
We had somebody here, Delia Archie,
Really?
actually getting recognized tomorrow by the city of Tampa.
That's what's up. I love that. I love to see that, because all it's doing, you're showcasing a lot of the females. And then the boys that have talent as well, because you got a lot of parents now who are, tackle. I got to think about my baby's future, the body, the mental. Tackle comes with a lot. You have to have that mental.
Let me go to Amir since he's over here kicking it. You've been playing for a while. When you first started playing, what did you play? What position did you play?
I played QB and cornerback.
QB, that's quarterback, right?
Quarterback.
One of these cool guys, they so cool now. They just QB. They just can't say quarterback. So let me ask you: have you noticed a difference from when you first started playing? Now you've been in the league 5 years. What's changed? What have you noticed that's different now?
Like the competition. Like when I started, I was in a younger age, so it wasn't that much good people. But as I started getting older, it started getting more competition.
They say how they feel, man. The young kids say how they feel.
And it's good he pointed on that, because that was one of my bullet points for people to understand. Our league is from ages 3 through 17.
3.
There's no other league in the area that offers 3 through 17. A lot of your leagues will stop at age 14 or 15, but then that leaves that last 2 years of high school players who maybe don't do tackle or want a conditioner during off season somewhere to go, because when you get to that age, they say, they should know what they want to play. Well, a lot of times they don't know what they want to play, or they just want to get out of the house, or the parents want to get their kids into something. So we do offer that extended window on the front and the back. And our 3 to 5 year olds, let me tell you, they are the cutest
years
little
old.
thing
Yeah, they out there 3. I got a nephew was out there. He was cutting up this past week. Got the ball and threw it on the ground. Then my goddaughter's daughter, she was out there just modeling. At that age, they just out there.
And it's just to get them to run around.
To run around.
Just to run around.
And kill some time, just to get out there and run around a little bit, have some fun, because that's a little bit of
what was that
exercise that they get.
We started at 7, right? And by the time you were 12 or 13, you was in junior high. They call it middle school. Other places.
See, that's something they just keep in mind. That's something that they stopped. But you have middle school flag, but you don't have tackle.
Which is great.
Right.
So a lot of that's why a lot of the youth organizations run up to 14U, and you still got kids that play. Because I know some kids, 10th grade playing Little League football. I'm like,
come on, man.
10th grade? You're in 10th grade.
League. You shouldn't even be in Little League. That's too much.
I think that when they got rid of the middle school football, they did a lot of damage too.
That messed up the whole dynamic.
Yeah. It taught us how to be eligible also. So it taught you how to pay attention to your grades.
So as you continue to grow,
team up to the line of scrimmage,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: as you continue to grow with the league, you got a lot of different social backgrounds. How do you put all that together? Because it seems like when you have certain classes of people, especially with the division that we have in the country now, how do you? Because I think you got to have a special kind of gift to make that work. How do you do that?
I think our focus with our league is very family oriented. Kids Bop is playing on the radio. You're not getting all that extra drama.
Thank God.
And
Thank you.
it's right, and that plays a huge part in.
So I'm not going to hear Glorilla or Sexy Red.
You're not hearing none of that stuff over at our field, and I think that's where.
Sorry, Torres.
Right. That's been part of our advantage, and a lot of our players are returning players. So that says a lot about what we have to offer and the way we carry ourselves. The love is there. I mean, every time the little kids after a game is constantly uplifting them, telling them how good they were, pounding them out, acknowledging them. letting them know that we see you. I see you. Keep doing what you're doing. If there's some flaws, we talk to the coaches, let the coaches know, make sure you're pointing that out in a really good, immaculate way, depending on the age level that you're dealing with. No harsh talking down, no yelling. We don't do any of that stuff. You got some players out on the field that if they have the extra drama with the, being disrespectful to each other. We had a couple of flags that were thrown down last week, and that's going to be addressed. Like, we don't do that. Hand back the flag to the player, give it to one of their players to let them know who it is or whatever the case is. But we can't have that extra because that's what causes conflict. So we nip it in the bud, and we really look at it as just a big extension of a family.
Okay, now it's good you brought that up because my segue is going to go over to my quarterback. You chirp a little bit while you out there. You talk a little bit. You talk a little crazy. So if I could ask you with respect, do you have certain? Because you guys already know each other to begin with. That's fair, right? Mm-hmm. So do they talk to you and get you started, or you come out talking? Be honest.
He comes out talking.
Yeah, that's why y'all put him on the spot. Yeah, he does. Right.
And that's okay. And tell him why, because, that's okay to have that confidence. Mm-hmm. It's okay to be confident in yourself, but it's also a limit on how far you go.
No, because, they be talking, thinking they're good. So I just got to prove to them that you're not that good.
But everybody think they're good now. I mean, everybody think they're good.
They're good.
They should think they belong out there. I'm laughing because what's Kill's brother's name?
Which one?
Kim that was at the field, the one. Where's the glasses?
Yeah.
Y'all played against them, but it was so fun. Marcos, okay. They talking like I'm tender to something, but they going back and forth talking. So Marcos, who's normally laid back, real reserved, said, okay, just keep that same energy on the field. I was like,
it completely changes their whole.
Okay.
Supposed to.
It's a sport.
In between the lines.
It's competitive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what gets them going. It riles them up. It gets the smoke inside of them, and I love them because I love it. They go on the field and they just let it all out. And that's a good point. You bring up Marcos. Him and Kimberly, they had never played sports until flag football. So they got into the league, our first league, and they're now 16 and 17, but they still want to come back and play. So It just tells you the enjoyment that, the kids are.
And they've been with y'all since the beginning, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I know you have a lot of young females that get out and play. Are the parents nervous? Because I think a lot of times that.
With the girls?
Well, just because we didn't see that, so I guess I got to change my mindset. But I know that wasn't something that you saw. Mm-mm. So as
Not football.
when you see the girl, and you got two daughters, kicking they off in the cut. But were you nervous about them playing?
No, because I play sports. Basketball is my thing. I coach their homeschool basketball league. I'm one of the coaches. So I'm all about competitive sports and getting out there and doing your thing. So not for them at all. You do have parents of the more little ones who are kind of a little bit touchy, but if you register your kid for flag football,
you already know what comes with it.
You know what comes with it, and that means you're a football person. So that kind of eases it.
I play co-ed too, so I don't.
That eases it a little bit.
Yeah, we had some really good women. Well, I played co-ed with women at Skyway when it first came out there,
and they be playing.
Yeah, we won championships because I don't do anything to have fun. So I get that
part.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing about Hillsborough County Suitland. And I think
I kept that clean. So
they need to up the ante though with these schools that for the girls, because there's only 3 high schools that offer flag football now.
Every school. That's a sport. Because Robinson
for girls.
Female.
Girls. The last I checked, it was only 3 high schools.
Blake, Robinson,
all of them,
Jefferson,
Hillsborough, because in fact, the girl that was just on, the young lady on here, Delia Autry, she's competing in the Olympics in 2028. And Robinson's won the last, I want to say 7 or 8 state titles.
Okay.
So they really get into it. So, and I think
the middle schools are heavy in it.
Yeah, but I know it's a lot, and I guess that's what I'm trying to, how to balance parenting. Because I know your Fridays and Saturdays are hectic. How do you balance that?
It's a balance, but when you know you're going into season, you shift and you make adjustments because you have to make sure everything is done correctly. It's at your 100%. Regardless of what bucket I'm working in that day, I have to give that 100%. So we do have 2 leagues. We have our rec league, which is only on Saturdays. They have practice before game time on Saturday, the first 30 minutes, and then practice is after. We also have an elite team where they have to try out for, and we do tournaments. We just had a tournament a couple months ago. We have a tournament coming up in April. So that just adds another level of commitment that we have to make as an organization and make sure we're hitting everything we need to hit and providing great service for these kids, because we would do them wrong if we can't give them all the tools that they need, you know, the great coaching that we try to give, you know, things like that. So that's what I'm excited for, too. I really wanted to touch on that whole elite team. Because that one, it's just an extra bit of commitment outside of the Saturday. But I look at it as, you know, if somebody was playing tackle football, they practice like every day during the week?
Yeah.
So you got to give any sport your commitment.
We didn't have no days off in the rain. You was at the gym, so
So there's a huge commitment in all sports. So just because it's flag, a lot of people look at it as a little bit more lenient, but no, there's a commitment that goes in flag as well. You got to come, you got to be ready to compete. You got to, you know, just have all.
Y'all play to win out there, right?
You got to play to win.
Okay, so I know
that's what it's about.
She's explaining like I'm like I thought when we tried to win,
I think also
comes with trying to win. Yeah.
You have some kids who just.
But there's
look
a lot
at
of
it
parents,
as like, you know.
But there's a lot of parents don't want their kids with that contact. They do not want their kids playing tackle football.
Well, even if they play flag, you would think that you'd want to win. I mean,
yeah, you just missed the whole point. What I just said. You still stuck on trying to win.
Is there any other reason to compete if you're not trying to win?
I got you, Herman. I told her to say you play to win the game.
And that's the sports mindset that you should have, you know, but. It's still a little bit lagging, I think, when it comes to certain sports.
But I think also with that is that some kids, and that's what I go back to, you have a lot of parents that push their kids to do different things. Right. And I have nothing wrong with that. But when you get to a certain age, like to me, if you're not interested, don't push it. Because they'll be out there, that's how people get hurt. They're out there in the way. Yep. Running crazy, you know what I'm saying? They in the way.
Yep.
You know, and
those are those kids that don't understand the level of competition that's needed.
Right.
You know, you got to have the 100% mind frame. You got to be conditioned for this stuff. You know, you can go out there and get hurt in any sport if your heart isn't in it.
Have y'all had any injuries where?
No major.
Okay,
like you got your bumps and you know,
fell on the ground.
Yeah, maybe if it's on a turf grounds, they might get the little knees ripped up a little bit, but that turf don't give
at all. Undefeated.
But no, nothing major. Nothing major. That's what I like that, especially when it comes to those really, really, really little ones. You know, you want to make sure they're more fragile. So.
But I think the funniest thing is that the parents, and then you get a lot. And the good thing about, like I said, the family dynamic, you get a lot of grandparents. Aunts, uncles. For the smaller kids, they out there. So each kid may have 4 or 5 people.
That's great
with him.
Support.
And then when you see that kid running and break out for a touchdown, everybody just go to scream and hollering. And I mean that's cool. You know, you enjoy that, and I think that's the beauty of what y'all do. Now I know you were saying that working with the parks, that's the biggest thing for me, like location, because when you South Shore, South Hillsborough County, you got more parents that are going to buy into flag football. And in fact, Terry, your mind, if you can pull up what I sent you earlier about the elite zone where people can actually, because y'all still are accepting people to play, right?
Yes, this will be the last week.
Okay, okay.
Yep, this will be the
last week.
last
So you pull that up. Like I said, if you want to coach,
I don't.
You want to coach? Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, we have our nephews who help us out a lot. They do a lot of coaching for us.
Yeah, they coach a lot, but they get into it but they got one coach out there. You think that's Nick Saban. Nick Saban got the playbook, and one of my nieces play for him. He got a playbook with the name on it.
Our parents.
And he has a binder with like about 15, 16 players, but he for real about it.
For real about
it. You play on his team, you got to be for real.
I like that. He's detail oriented.
Oh, yeah,
very much so. You ain't no, hey, get out here, run here.
Right.
Anybody putting their finger in the dirt. Okay, this you.
Right.
Oh, no, we should do that anyway. Numbers, terminology.
I mean, you got you something. You wear like you got a little wristband you used to rock. Look at your plays.
Not for this league.
Not for this season. Okay.
Or you know the playbook pretty well. Okay. He should.
They kind of let him do. Because it's a I want to say 3-second rush, or they just rush off the snap.
They rush off the snap.
Right. So they already coming. So you don't have unless you can move around. You know what I'm saying? You can.
But y'all can
five
screen,
people.
right? They can screen out there, right?
Yeah. Everybody's eligible for a pass up the center, right? Is the center eligible for a pass?
I thought he was
Everybody
eligible.
is.
Yeah.
There you go, right there. So Elite Zone, y'all make sure y'all check that out.
Yep, that's it. And if you want to get familiar with flag football, NFL flag football, which is what we are part of, we are an approved league through them. They are 100% backup. On our website, up in the top right corner, if you go there, it will give you like the flag rules, the policies, and all that good stuff, just to get familiar with it. I'd love for parents to go check it out. And also on our front page at the bottom, there's something called Volunteer Huddle. That gives you some access to some drills and skills, YouTube stuff, rules again, because it is slightly different from each organization. NFL flag will be a little bit different than Under Armour or I-9 or something like that. But our league is growing. So outside of NFL flag, just want to drop this really quickly because when you go to the website, you will see this. We were recently approved to become a junior NBA league in our area.
Okay.
Yep, it's still underneath the NFL flag umbrella, which is underneath the parent company, RCX. So that is really our exciting news that we've been working with for the last couple of months, trying to find some court space for that. But that is coming soon. So if you're into basketball, keep your eyes open. Follow us on social media. We're on all social media. A lot of Instagram cute videos out there of these kids playing ball on the field that you'll get enjoyment.
Okay. We're gonna get back to doing breaks, Tori. We're gonna do our first break, and we do every show we dedicate to my man Will D. Passed a couple years ago. Every show we do, we dedicate to you, brother. Rest on. Cigar Life, CIGARLYFE.com. Got some nice stuff on there. Go check that out. I'm waiting on Torres. Torres gonna pull it up. I got him running a little fast tonight. There you go, Torres. Appreciate that, brother. So Torres got that pulled up, and then let Greg Donald, everybody know what you got going on there, sir.
Not as much.
Yeah, not as much, but I mean, we still.
But we're still GD non-attorney pro se consultants. We help people navigate the sometimes difficult journey of self-representation. I've stepped back a little bit because of some fortuitous events of the last couple of weeks, but I'm still available. Check us out every Wednesday for sure on Barbershop Talk, and I'll be handing off the baton to our Saturday show, and I do appreciate all the support. But I'll be handing off the baton to Dade, Adelphia, coming up. So check us out. We still have our receipts. I'm gonna start whenever he said he's ready to take it over. But I'm working on some.
Still gonna coach, or you just gonna be?
I will still be a consultant. In fact, I might be changing the name to the non-attorney pro se coaches because I will be moving on to other things.
You got a little deep saving in you too, huh? Okay.
Well, you know me. That seems to be what they're missing, so we'll give them that too. Always a coach.
We're going to take a quick 2-minute break. We did not own the right to this music. Torres, give us something.
We do own that music.
No, we don't.
Okay.
I can tell you, no, we don't. We back at it. Chop Shop, yours truly, EZDZ. As I said earlier, world famous Waldo is out, a.k.a. Ruff, Greg Dawson to my right.
What?
And our special guest, Gina Greene, the son of Elite Zone flag football. I got beneath it. I'm going to have him come out kicking before we get out of here. But, Amir, you spoke about something that we was off camera for, I said, with the age. And Gina, you spoke about it as far as like you slot the kids according to age. And let's say if you got a kid that's really, really good and they like 10, can they play up if they want to play up?
We do give the opportunity for play up. What I do is on registration, there's a box where you need to put in the kids' athleticism 1 through 5. So now you got a lot of parents who tell fibs,
Hey,
which is fine. Which is fine, but it just helps me get an understanding on if that kid is like for our 3 to 5 year olds, and this is where I do it a lot with because I know with our 3 to 5 year olds, we have an hour. The first 30 minutes is skills and drills, practice time. Yep.
Before you go on, who checks the box, the parents or the child?
Well,
The
that'd be the parent.
Yep, it's the parent. It's the parent. Now, mind you, it's not something that we go by to create teams, but I only use that to help me when it comes to that situation. Because sometimes you'll have more in a bucket, and you need to move some folks around.
And then some can play. They can play
teams.
twice if they fit the bill.
Right,
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So for our 3 to 5 year olds, I really focus on that because I will let the 5-year-olds who are like right on that borderline of 6, or the 5-year-old that played with us last season, I know their athleticism is off the chart. I will notify the parents and say, hey, can we move them up? And I think it's best to move them up. We've had parents come to us with kids that are 11, and they are just great at the sport, and they want to have a more competitive advantage, and they will get moved up as well. So we do have that opportunity,
So
and
you
I
actually
welcome
put your
it.
eyes on. You put your eyes on the person.
Yep,
Okay.
I welcome it.
Okay.
I welcome
But
it.
like I said, you gotta take a look at them. Cause how old were you when you first started playing? You started out playing up.
Yeah, I played my age group and I played with the.
So you
older
played
kids.
twice then.
Yeah, I
Okay.
played twice. I played 2.
So when you played up, what'd you play when you played up?
I still play QB, and I was still the QB for every team. I think.
Yeah, he used to when he was at the 9-10 mark, they would actually come and really pull him to kind of play up because of his arm. He does have a good arm. He plays the QB position very well. So he used to be sought out from the older kids. Used to be kind of funny, the whole big head thing. But
Yeah.
they definitely will come get
Look how
him.
he
So they will come get him.
Well, hold on, man. Does he have a good arm?
Yeah.
You can throw.
I didn't ask you. Is
Oh.
he good?
You good?
No, I'm asking, Mom, is he good?
Is he good? Oh, yeah, he's good.
Okay, so what's the lie?
He's my child.
I
He
ain't
better be
saying-
good. He wouldn't be
I ain't
playing
saying-
if he won't good.
I'm just saying.
No, it's just funny.
you like
it's
me,
just, it's
okay.
just funny. It's just funny because
That he said, okay, I'm good. And
yeah, it's funny you see that. But I do like some kids.
I can't imagine anybody not watching this and not being real motivated, though.
No, I'm just saying, you got some kids that just like they just out there. It's like first time playing. Cause I sit back and think like you can look at when the kids walk up, you kind of have an idea like, yeah, this is his first time doing anything. Like he never did that before.
They don't have that
got some of
athletic.
that.
They don't look. They out there.
Mm-hmm.
But they having fun. The most important thing that they having fun with. There's like you have some, and then they have some people like might be trying to rush, not really fast. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, you got
They miss bad.
yeah,
Or badly. I should
So
say.
that's why I say, but it's all in fun. Like I say, y'all have fun, but you are teaching competition, which is the most
Yep.
most important thing about
The
it.
only thing that's important.
Right. And you got to have competition because that it just comes with
Life.
That's life. That's
you
life.
have to be
That's
able to
life.
fail.
That's life.
You have to
That's
be able
life.
to take the losses and the wins and all that good stuff. So yeah, and it's funny because back to the whole level thing, we have a little one on the 3 to 5 year olds. We call them the Tiny Tykes. Her name is Amaya, and she's 5 now. She's been with us since she was 3. And just from seeing her from 2 years ago to this past Saturday, unbelievable. The growth, the confidence. She used to run off the field and go be with mom, or she'll wear like a princess thing on her head, let her wear it, whatever. But now it's like she is in competition mode now.
She want the ball.
Making touchdowns, not worrying about if mom's on the sideline. Like she's taking the ball and
Focus,
she's
okay.
running with it. So I see a lot of the kids that we touch and how we touch them, and it's always in a good, positive way. And I truly enjoy it.
That's
that
a
right
good
there is
thing.
like a good testimony that we got something good going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, and then that field is they play at the Village where the Panthers play. But that's such a nice field that's kept up. So if you're a young kid, you playing on turf because normally it's just grass, but now it's like, man, this is nice.
It
you know what I'm
helps the
saying?
experience.
Right.
It totally ups the ante.
Right.
Tremendously.
Definitely.
And that's what I try to, which I fight with the county a lot on this field space, and to take advantage of the tackle fields that aren't in usage for a league like ours. You know, we are a full nonprofit 501c3. We don't make no money off flag football. This is all love that goes into this sport to get these kids off the street.
That's great. That's all
To
right.
get there. You know, we do a lot of sponsorships. We just got fully sponsored through, not fully sponsored. We got sponsorship this past season through courtesy of Brandon Toyota.
Yeah.
Okay.
They gave us
Shout
a
out to
launch
Courtesy.
party. They sponsored several of our kids with $25 sponsorships. Like it's been a good experience. And this last season with this sponsorship, and then the amount of kids that eventually did come out and play, it just tells us that we got to just keep pushing back on the county, trying to secure some field space so you can plan out the year and give the kids the advantage of being able to play more often throughout the year, not just your once or twice. So,
but you
that's
gotta
always our
have
battle.
that hustle and go get it in you to make. Because like you said, when we came up and saw y'all last Sunday for the lunch party, like, man, this is Curtis,
good
like Curtis
time.
Toyota, like this major. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they got the resources to where they can help
Right.
with whatever you need, and I think that's the beauty of it, just building those good resources. And like I said, the relationship, the kids come in, they see they're excited. That gives them something to look forward to, you know?
Right. And if
some
you let
kids,
them
that may be
know,
all that they do.
Yeah, these companies make them aware of, how their sponsorships are going to contribute to the community, because that's all it is with them.
Right.
They don't have a problem with putting money out in the community, because a lot of them have to do it anyway. Certain
Right.
percent needs to go back.
Right.
So if you give them something like this where they know it's being touched in a good, positive way with something
Right.
constructive and good family-oriented league, they don't mind paying for it. You
Right.
know? And we don't mind taking it, but we would like to take it more often, be able to give it more often to the kids by being able to offer them seasons and, our elite team, which is the travel football, but you still have to have a place to practice and have games and all that stuff. So
are you looking
it's a
at maybe
big
trying to
thing.
expand maybe to longer season, or maybe say another season later in the year?
Later in the year. So our goal is always to have 3 seasons running.
Okay.
So you got your winter, spring, and fall. That's kind of where our goal is to have that, and it comes with having a committed and contracted field, so we know our days could be secure, and we won't have to worry about scrambling and looking for a field. So if we can get there, it's not a problem with offering 3 full seasons out of the year for these kids, and I think the parents will truly enjoy that.
'Cause I was going to say high school, but it's probably a lot of red tape with high schools, ain't it?
And not so much the red tape; it's just thousands of dollars.
Oh, okay.
We've tried the middle schools, and I tell you, the invoice I got for one of the middle schools was thousands of dollars.
Insurance probably costs them a lot because of the
And then somebody,
no, they
somebody
make
probably
us
got to
get
be there.
insurance.
They got to get it, and then somebody probably
That's
got
what
to
I
be
mean.
there.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
somebody's got to be there.
Well,
for the staff.
when they broke down the itemized invoice, it was most of the bulk of the money went just for the usage of the field. You know, so it's kind of one of those things where we do a lot of we pay a lot of taxes. Parks and Rec is on my tax bill right there. School is on the tax bill. So when you contribute so much into something that is supposed to be for the community,
For the community.
it kind of, it hurts my feelings a lot when you constantly get hit up against the wall because you can't get access to stuff.
Have you ever taken your concerns for this to the county commissioners?
I have 2 emails into the commissioners as of 2 weeks ago because
no,
I'm at
physically.
my.
Like let them smell your perfume.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, let 'em
not
smell your
not that.
perfume.
I have emails out because I'm trying to see when their next town hall meetings are, so I can go there and kind of just start the whole uproar. But
Torres said he knows
let me
some
know
folks.
what you suggest.
I
Torres
always
say,
suggest
hey, man, Torres say he knows some people.
let them smell your cologne.
Yeah, Torres say he knows some people. Man, don't be discount Torres.
You know how it is.
Yeah. Tell him again, Torres.
Gotta knock on that door.
That's right. You know how it
Exactly.
is.
No,
See your face.
I go. That's why I say smell your cologne. You show up so they can see. When I'm in front of the city council, I knew it was county because you're a county. Yeah, otherwise I say why don't you go to the city, but go to the county.
Yep.
The city doesn't have any say so because you're talking about probably facilities that belong to the schools.
Yeah.
Go to the county commissioners. And no, you can go to the city and say,
Yeah.
one of y'all. Well, I will use nice land because the kids are here. Why don't y'all get off your and then go talk to the county and get us these things. Mm-hmm. But I'll bring it up.
But I think also is that fall league is you're gonna be competing with other tackle. You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't believe.
There's plenty of
Whenever
it's a bunch of
whenever
space.
we have flag in September, it's our biggest season
Yeah.
because it's football season.
See, I was thinking, and here I am thinking again that okay, you got.
You
Some
wouldn't
kids
believe
play
it.
little league ball, so okay, that's gonna take. So if you got siblings, that's gonna.
It's
they're
our
gonna jump on
biggest.
that.
It's our biggest. Every time we've had it, that's our biggest season because you're gearing up for real football, NFL on the TV. So the energy's there in the households.
Right.
So we get a lot of kids during that time.
And that's funny. You just said football. What do you like the most about football? The halftime, food, or the game itself?
Oh my gosh, all of it, especially being able to spend it with the family.
What about you, Amir? What you like the most?
The game.
The game itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody said halftime.
No,
Yeah. What y'all like, girls? What y'all like?
Unless it was
Food,
Beyonce
halftime, or the game itself? Food, yeah. Groceries. groceries always gonna win out. I think that's and it's gonna be a good game we got coming up this
yeah.
weekend too. So I mean, it's gonna be a lot of excitement. New Orleans, Party City, and you got the Chiefs that won 2 in a row. Can they get the
the
dynasty, keep the
energy
dynasty
in New
going?
Orleans right now.
Yeah, the Eagles, Saquon Barkley pick up, repeat of 2 years ago. And I know, Amir, I know you got the Chiefs winning. But if I can ask you, if Saquon Barkley runs for 2 touchdowns, do you still think that y'all win?
He's not going to.
The question that I asked you was if.
We're still going to win.
Okay, no problem. Okay, all right.
They're
How
gonna-
you feel?
I felt my hands. Well, I'm saying.
What do you think?
I don't know. What did you miss? What he said the first couple of times?
You think they're gonna win? Okay.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna ask the question. I mean, I go to you first. I mean, you're a little younger, so you caught Tom Brady late. This will be Mahomes' 4th Super Bowl, 3rd in a row. Would you say he's the best quarterback of all time?
If he
This is his
wins,
5th Super Bowl.
when he wins his Super
4th
Bowl,
that he's won.
Oh.
when he wins his Super Bowl, he'll be top 3.
Top 3, but not the GOAT.
Well, who's the
Not
other
yet.
one? Who's the other one other than Tom Brady? Top 3.
Other than Tom Brady?
You say he'll be top 3.
Yeah.
Who's going to be number 2 if he's going to be top 3?
If he's top 3, he's 2.
Okay.
What's he saying with
Number
Montana?
one.
So he'll be 2. So he'll
Oh,
be
you're
2.
saying okay. You say
Brady
he's
will be 1.
above Montana. Okay.
What about you? What you think?
After Tom Brady? Joe Montana.
But let me just throw this out if I can. If he done won 4 Super Bowl for 30, that
That
has
says a
to
lot.
stand for something. Every year that he started,
He's been to championship.
he's been in the
games.
AFC title game. So that means 7 seasons. And
You're saying if he wins?
if he wins, do you
if he
put him
wins-
as the GOAT?
No.
Okay, I mean, me and Lisa talked, at least said, with Tom Brady because he came here and won. I get that. But you talking about winning 4 Super Bowls and you're not 30, that's something you got to, every year they won the AFC title game. What you think?
Yeah, no, he up there now.
I mean, I find that
But
hard.
He
as
up
long
there.
as Tom Brady
He's got 7, and I get that.
and
So
10 trips,
yeah,
and he beat Patrick Mahomes.
yeah, but also with that, Mahomes is 4. If he wins, he's 4-1,
Yeah.
and he's only played. Brady played how many years? Brady played?
20.
Time.
No, he played more than 20. He played more than 20. Brady played 23 seasons.
Okay.
So
And Mahomes like 7
Well,
or 9,
he played
right?
23.
7?
He
Seven.
played
He
20.
played- so he
He was
started
rostered.
seven.
He's
More than
rostered
that,
for 23. He played 21
What's his name?
because
Patrick.
he was hurt one year, and 1 year he didn't play at all.
okay,
He was rostered. Okay. I'm just saying.
okay. I mean,
Okay.
So now I see you got flags.
Yes.
Let
this
the
is-
people
so
take a look at the kit.
We'll take a quick
Take a look at the
roll
Elite
through.
Zone
When you do
kit.
register, registration automatically includes the NFL jersey and a pair of black pocketless shorts. This automatically comes with the uniform, with the registration.
Okay.
We do have the option of what we call gear up. And the kids, when I tell you, they look amazing when the parents let them gear up. So gearing up would be, they have the headbands.
Oh, we can't have that. I'm
No.
sorry, I said that out loud.
Why you
The
can't have that?
headbands.
No, they can't have that. Hey.
They have the
Yeah,
option.
my
to get-
mom wouldn't buy none of this, but I mean, go ahead and do your thing. My
But
mom
they
wouldn't pay
do.
for none of that.
They do. And
Is
it's
it
the
free?
cutest
No.
thing. Yeah, so you got to gear up for the kids. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, you got to swag, but the
Yeah,
kids
swag
get
them
into
out.
it. But I
know.
keep going back to the same, like I'm trying to tell you. Them 2-parent homes, and you got them active grandmamas and granddaddies.
Yes, and they be out
they
there.
paying for that.
They paying for that.
Go and get
You
that
got
boy
the
what he need. I got to
sleeves.
get that boy what he need.
Yeah, you got this long
Yeah, they
sleeves,
gonna
You know how I
and
did it
short
for you?
sleeves.
No.
They got the gloves that they get. They can go ahead and gear up with the gloves.
Yeah.
The socks. The socks have the NFL team branded on them.
Yeah.
So these are the Bucks.
Yeah.
And then they have the option on getting a second pair of shorts, which are
Oh, Lord.
performance shorts. I probably should have had this open, but they're just reversible shorts, and they have the team information on it, so you get the color that matches the jersey and all that good stuff.
That's
This one is
right.
the Ravens, so it's on there.
But I mean, so and let
We
me.
ain't had nothing of that.
Nah, we didn't
straight off the.
And I would tell Lisa when we were talking. I said it was free to play little league football, and that was it. You paid for your physical. That was it.
We paid, I think, $10 or something back then. I don't remember. What it was.
Yeah, and we do have the pool flags, not those other
pops.
flags. So the pops, yeah. So I just said pool. The pop flags.
Now, do y'all flag guard out there? Because you can't put the flag guard.
No flag.
No
guard.
flag guard. Okay, that's a good.
You know,
that's
the
a
first
good
week,
job.
they're a little
gotta
bit
keep,
lenient,
keep
but
keep the hips exposed.
no flag guarding. You will get called by the ref for flag guarding.
There's no
we
league
take that
allows
very
right? Well,
seriously.
you could stiff arm a little bit if you can hit
Oh,
him
you
in
can't
the upper
stiff
body.
arm?
No, in the contact, you can stiff arm in the upper body.
Oh, I ain't know that.
Yeah. No, you don't. You can't
Yeah,
do
that
this.
contact
You
is
can do
something
this.
else.
So I never played. I played non-contact with phase, but we ain't never. We were borderline contact, but we never.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah, we were borderline contact. But so Amir, let me ask you. So when you play quarterback, and I saw you had your guy that played. What's the name? Play receiver.
Elijah?
That's your favorite. That's your go-to guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's line. We go into the line of scrimmage. You look at Elijah, see who guarded him, right? Mm-hmm. Do y'all make eye contact? Like, okay, just go deep. I'm chunking it.
Yeah, if it's like somebody that's can't guard him, go deep every time.
Wow.
Yeah, and they've been playing. They're best friends. They've been playing together since the beginning. Elijah's actually that's a good person to talk about because he plays tackle football.
Okay.
So he comes to us during his off season to start getting conditioned and
Get a stretch
they're
on a little
boys.
bit.
So
Okay.
he's pretty
He
good.
can't guard him. I like it.
Oh, no, you could tell but you can tell he got a little movement. He got motion. He know
yeah.
what he doing. You know what I'm saying?
He know
Because
what
the
he
beer hit him
doing.
on. I was walking to the bathroom. The beer hit him on something. There was a guy like I don't know who the corner was. It was just like he just saw the ball
Just
going
looked
over
at
his head. I'm like,
That one's on Instagram. That's
yeah,
a
like
highlight.
he just saw the ball going.
That
just
was
like,
sweet.
And he just looked like not trying to get to the ball. He just watched the ball like, oh.
It's that. Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that, like you were saying, as far as to compete, and a lot of kids today, and I like what y'all doing, but a lot of kids now, it's like they run away from competition. Mm-hmm. So they think a guy's better. Oh, he's better than me. Oh,
Yep.
I'm not good, so I can't guard him. I'm not gonna get out here and get embarrassed.
Online. I think the internet has gotten kids soft.
Since you said it.
Yeah.
Since you said it.
Yeah.
Soft.
Since you said
they are soft. It's not the same. We used to go outside and play.
We played, we played. And you had
Aggressively.
and you had to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I remember
Bike chains cutting your legs
Yeah.
up.
And he was like, I remember like in elementary school, we had 5th grade, Miss Woolfolk class, Miss Stevens class. When football season was in for PE,
That's what you
homeroom against homeroom,
Right.
we playing.
Right.
Right.
Playing.
We gonna win some, they gonna win some, but we definitely
Yep.
playing.
Right.
Playing.
We
And
gonna
you
do
look
that.
forward to
Yeah.
it. You look
Yeah,
forward
and the
to
teachers did too because they look for you. You don't know what they had going on outside of that.
Yeah, but
Right.
they know that we out there playing football.
Mm-hmm.
They somebody may get maybe a little pushing, but like it wasn't nothing about
it
nothing
was,
crazy.
if you're not bleeding and nothing is broken
Right.
hanging, don't come messing over here with me.
They wanted to see. They wanted to know
Yeah.
whose class is better too.
Yeah.
Competition was a way
That
of
was saying
life for
competition.
us.
We had basketball.
Yep.
We did the May Day. So we did all that. But I think that it taught us to compete.
Mm-hmm.
And I think today's kids is like they feel already defeated. Like, oh, I can't guard him. He's better than me, so I'm not going to
Right.
embarrass myself.
Right. No.
I ain't finna guard him.
Right.
You know.
Right.
No.
Hey,
don't know.
you guard him. You guard Elijah. I don't want to guard him.
Yeah.
You guard him. So, and I
Gotta
think
give
that's
it
the thing.
your all.
Yeah, you got to go out there and play and
you
compete.
can't
Because,
do
like
that.
you said, in life, as you compete
what
for
it's
jobs
about.
and different things like that, you got to go out
That's
and
right.
compete.
Yep. It's always a winner and a loser, so you have to be,
Yeah.
able to deal with whichever side of the fence you're on.
And that's
to
something
keep
I
it
know a
going.
lot of kids struggle with losing.
Yes.
They don't accept. And I just,
Yeah.
it was hard. It was hard for me. So, I mean, I get it, you know.
They some of them don't have the necessary like transitional temperament because they're kind of like
But I think
we
today's kids,
always have a switch, and I used
Yeah.
to tell kids, at some point it has to come on. I don't. Okay, you listen like MMA people. You listen to like high quality. You don't know what they are until you put your hands until they're in mode.
until they're in that
Right.
situation.
But when they're in mode,
Right.
Yeah.
they're in mode.
Right. Right.
But I
We
think-
tell them all the time too, like you got to be able to know how to control your emotions.
Yeah.
And that's what everything.
Well,
especially
football is
when it comes
control
to
fury
sports.
anyway. So
Well, football can be an emotional game,
it's
too.
control. It's control
Because
fury.
if
You're
you-
mad.
Now I'm looking at a mirror like if you playing quarterback and a guy drops a pass, or if you throw a pass and a guy tips and it's an interception. It's so many different emotions that go through. Like, okay, hey, I'm throwing the ball here, you run the other way. Like,
Yep.
that's because as a quarterback, you got to be able to. Everything
Right.
falls on you.
Right.
Most
So,
things, yeah.
well, I mean,
Right.
the majority of the times, I mean, let's say 80% of the offense is you, unless and in flag, they're not giving the ball, they're not hurting,
Yeah,
they're
so
not
it's
giving the ball to run
100% of it
nobody.
in
So it's on
flag.
you. So if you got a guy, okay, well, hey, give me a 5 and out, and he does a 5 and in, and he throw the ball that way, but he was looking like, what? You're
Right.
supposed to go out,
Right,
you know.
right.
Now, Amir, how do you deal with that when they you just ain't throwing the ball to you no more?
Like, I give them a few chances. Don't stop, dude. I give them a few chances, but if you keep on making the same mistake, then I'll stop.
Do you talk to him? Because I know you get kind of chirpy out there, so you just put like, come on, like, do you coach them up, like?
Yeah, like, I tell them, like, you gotta make sure you do the right route, and if you don't know, just come back and ask, and I'll show you.
He's learned over time by playing for so many years how to address those type of issues. Yes, and I've seen him where that person will be wide open next round, and he ain't
don't
throwing
get it. He
him the
don't throw it.
ball if they've dropped it so many times. So
Shouldn't
he's-
throw him the ball. In fact, he should be on the. I'm sorry.
And that's that
Talking about
competitive
kids.
spirit that comes in 'cause they're trying to
I'm
win.
sorry. Yeah, can you cut that out?
But
So you got to do them. You got to do them at homes like this. Let's go,
we
guys.
talk to him and tell him,
That's about
you got to
her.
get everybody incorporated because honestly, they have to think that the owners are their parents,
See
so
the
they
bitch
still
down
have to
there?
have
Hey,
another mind frame.
man.
But I think also is that it's funny that because like you say at 13, 14, you want to win a video game, whatever it is, you want to win. You want to win. You do not want to lose. And I think that's the
right.
thing that a lot of kids when they out there in that environment. Some kids are not. They've not been trained to be competitive. They don't know about competition. They don't.
No, I get that part of trained to be competitive. I thought that's just innate.
It should be, but like I said, you'd be surprised. Like even like nowadays, like report cards aren't the same. They're not done the same.
No, the
When you
scale's not
take
the same,
tests,
no.
they're not the same.
No.
Like I told you, I had a teacher. And I hate Miss King. I love Miss King. She used to. I thought she was the meanest lady in the world in school, but we used to have math tests in middle school, and she would put your test when you walk into her class.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of
Outside,
exposure.
she would have your scores,
Yeah.
and she would start at the highest, and you whatever the lowest score is, and if
And your
you
name
like,
was there, right?
oh yeah, absolutely, all that's there.
Yeah,
And
back
if
when we went to school, that was just what it was.
if you got that low score,
Right.
you died there by yourself. Like ain't no, it's like it's like slide. Here we go. Oh, bro, you down.
A, B, C, D, and yeah.
You down there. So that was always something that be like I never want to have
That
my
low
name
score.
that low score because that's like because you get cloud.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you got a couple guys. I see a couple guys get beat up
some repercussions
because they
at
get
home,
cloud.
too.
A couple guys that got beat up because they
Right.
cloud. About it's somebody test. Cause like I see you at the class. All right, taught that junk in gym. So it's like well, I was just playing wop wop. So it's like So you never want to be in that predicament. But I think that.
bucket.
What y'all do is really, really good. And I just, hope that this thing continues to grow where y'all have leagues because I do believe that your area that you penetrate is very, very good because South Hillsborough County, and I tell them all the time, when you got that two-parent home, the resources are available. And a lot of, and even though you sit back and think about it, like, even like in our area, you got the Waterset has a team, East Bay has a league, and that's it.
Right.
They don't have nothing else out there. So you sit back and think now, from Progress Village on back, Riverview doesn't have a team. Apollo Beach, Gibson, they have East Bay, which is right off 75 by Big Bend. Then you have Waterset, which is new, not too far where we live.
41, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you have a lot of kids out there that don't play football.
Right.
And actually, Waterset is a bridge from East Bay anyway. Same
Right. You know what I'm saying? But they branched off. But I think that's the thing where Little League football back in the day was North Tampa Rams, West Tampa Spartans, and then you had the Eagles out of Ybor City. And that was it for the city. That was it for the city. That was it for the city. So then you got to where the Jaguars, the Panthers, now you got so many organizations throughout the city now. You know, Sefner has a league. Temple Terrace has a league. Town and Country, they have a league. Oldsmar has a league. West Tampa, they still doing their thing. Then you got Fair Oaks, they got a league.
Right.
Jackson Heights has a league. Over there by Woodland Terrace, they have a team. If you go out by Mort on Bearish, they have teams. So it's leagues everywhere now. But like I was saying earlier, a lot of parents that live south of here, they don't want their kids playing football, not tackle. They don't want that.
Studies have shown the last few years parents are getting away from tackle.
Because it's a grind. Like I said, it's a demand.
It's a lot.
It's a demand. So like I said, it don't stop it. A lot of parents, some parents buy into it because they look at
living through their kids.
Well, I don't want to get into that, but since you said it,
Yep.
yeah. But I mean, so you get that. But I think also is that it's a lot when you talk about as a worker, just a working person. Going to work, and I got to take my child to practice 3 days out the week, and it's the off season.
2.5 hours.
And it's the off season. So you tell I get off at 5, I got to run you to practice at 6 o'clock, come back, get you at 8. If you have other siblings, I got to make sure they straight. I got to come get you.
Yep.
And
people don't understand
that. What you're doing, you're telling the kids why they should appreciate their parents' sacrifices.
They don't see it, though, because I think a lot of parents don't even voice it or even express it. But I think what also happens when that happens, when you're committed to things like that, is now you're losing focus on that extra quality time with schoolwork. You're eating out more, that, McDonald's and all that bull crap, because you're not cooking a home cooked meal, because you're out Monday through Friday for 2 to 3 hours in the evening.
Right.
So there's so many other things that play when you have that high level of commitment for something like tackle.
And I never looked at it like you said, just something as like cook. You only have time to go home and cook.
Yeah.
Because you gotta come back. You gotta come back and pick your child
I'm looking
up.
at it from a mom's standpoint. Like that's a huge commitment. And then when you got more than one,
Yeah, it's a lot.
you're running all over the place.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I think that's something that falls on deaf ears, because now it's about. And I think I hate to say it, but we keep going back to athlete student instead of student athlete.
Right.
We got to put more energy into that. Let's make sure these grades. Like I knew growing up, like you said, being eligible. I don't even know if leagues. I mean, I know Coach Chang, and Coach Chang preaches that. Shout out to my little brother Coach Chang with the Jags, that you got to have a certain GPA, and they got to submit weekly reports. I don't know if all teams do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you keep that. You keep that in mind. That's something that.
Oh, she said she doubted it.
I'm just saying, if you playing football, like I say, everybody.
No, she said she doubted it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but I mean,
wow,
that's the truth, though.
I hope so.
Yeah, but I mean, you would
At the end of
like
the
to
day,
live
that's
there.
gonna
At
take
W, they do a lot of shady stuff.
It's athlete,
crazy.
it's athlete student. It ain't student athlete no more.
And I think, what, they've gotten away from that when they started telling these kids who are like in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, oh, we're going to send you a letter with our letterhead. That letter with a letterhead is irrelevant to an 8th or 9th grader.
Exactly.
Come on now, you're changing their focus on trying to get that commitment instead of really getting an education and then having that come along with it. If it happens, it happens. You're still going to put the work in, but that shouldn't be the main focus. Everything else loses sight.
But also it goes back to, I think that the narrative has changed where it's so much. And the thing, like, even just like a Tampa, for example, you see so many kids from the city sign scholarships, go off and play ball. And for a kid, 13, 14, 15, he did it. I can do it too. But also with that, you're looking at what he did on the field. You don't know what kind of work he did in class, school work, what his GPA
It's a
is.
bigger
You don't know
package.
that.
It's a bigger
know,
package.
and I tell people all the time, when a lot of people talk about, certain schools, like, you got to have grades and you got to keep up. I know, like, just for the private schools, your Jesuits, Tampa Catholics, Berkeley,
They firm on
Seventh
them
Christian,
grades, huh?
Carolwood Day,
Yeah,
you got to have grades.
you should
You
be.
can be the best athlete in the world, but if you ain't got no grades, hey,
Yeah.
And that helps you get
can't play.
recruited as well.
Yeah.
Because you can name one from both of those schools that you said they didn't go to those schools. They probably don't even have.
Oh yeah,
the
like
same-
Malik went to Jesuit, Travell went to Jesuit. I mean, you got Nelson went to Berkeley. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that you got to put the work in, and that's why I say student athlete. We need to bring the student athlete dynamic back,
Right.
instead of just saying athlete student. Because when these recruiters come down to visit, first thing they ask, hey, what's his grades like?
Yep.
Oh, he got a 2.4, 2.5. Like, man,
I can't make. And by the way, now that you have the transfer,
now with the transfer, now you got guys, and now what they're saying now junior college
don't
them
count.
2 years don't even count. So now if you a 3-star 17, 18-year-old,
you don't stand a chance.
and you got that 20-year-old junior college guy with 4 years eligibility,
And college
9 times out of 10,
and college experience.
they're gonna
They
take
going with
him because
he
he
knows how to be a college. He
knows how to be a college student,
Right.
and he's already been in that environment for 2 years. So we're gonna take our next break, Torrey. We're gonna bring up Carlos Martin, the auto repair. Carlos ride with the Chiefs, man. He already told me he'd ride with the Chiefs. So go check them out. 813-443-4730. That's all right. Now he ride OKC in Cleveland. Everybody's winning. That's what he owns. So you already know that.
No, you love it.
And then also Elevate Designs. Go check them out. They got some nice. Oh, she got a shirt for you Sunday.
Oh, no.
She already told me. She got a special shirt for you. So get yourself ready. 813-400-7015. ElevateDesigns.net. Give us a quick break. We'll be right back. We do not own the right to this music. Torres, give us
I
some.
think you need to check that. I believe we do.
What's going on, good people? You're truly EZDZ. World famous Waldo's not in tonight. He'll be back next week. Took a PTO day, a.k.a. Greg Dawes, a.k.a. Ruff. What's happening, brother?
I'm chilling.
As usual.
I'm interested in hearing some of this other stuff out here. We're gonna be honest about these. This next segment about these children. I'm still.
We
I'm
get
still.
into it.
I'm
We
still.
get into
No,
it.
you know what?
Go ahead.
What
You started.
hadn't left my mind is who determined that you was good. That's.
But I think that's something nowadays is that I think, and this is just me. Social media has really created a monster because you sit back and think we didn't have highlights that you could just go to through your phone or put on your computer and just see. You didn't see that. You had recruits that came to games. Right. Who's that kid?
Yep.
Who's that kid?
Right.
But now you can create your own highlight reel with your music
and be terrible.
Dress it up any way you want to. Like you can show your 2 games against the 2 worst teams, and you doing everything you want to. Like, oh, that boy look good, you know.
He that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy. So that's why I say I just
everybody
think
else in the world got that same highlight reel.
Exactly, but that's why I think now it's funny that you spoke about like with promoting competition, and I go back to where you had to, in our age, you had to compete, and these kids nowadays are okay with. I'm not good as this guy, and I ain't trying to get no better.
Right.
This is what it is.
Yep.
And I come out
They
here
want
and play.
everything that comes with being good, and that's the part that blows me.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes back to, like I say, we talk about the parenting dynamic. A lot of parents now trying to be your friends, so there's no accountability.
Yeah.
A lot of parents
I think a lot of stuff starts at home.
Right.
It definitely starts at home.
Everything.
Yeah.
All that stuff starts at home. So if you're not instilling that give it your all mentality in everything that they do.
Right.
And then setting the priority tone as well as, education, respect, family, like all that stuff. Like there's different buckets that you need to be focusing on, not just
Right. But see,
one or
nowadays
two.
we live in a world where the phones are raising our children.
Yep.
That's what they go to. It's even like we had the encyclopedias. I mean, I remember that was like the greatest thing in the world. That was our Google.
That and the almanac, yeah.
The almanac, yeah. So you go to that, you can
still
pull up
use
something and read it. But nowadays you can go right to your phone.
Yep.
Tell me what the largest city is in Indiana.
Right. And you getting it hands down.
And many aren't doing that.
Right.
And many aren't doing that.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's just like everything is so accessible to your phone.
Yep.
It makes you not even, I ain't.
And that's okay because this is the era we're in. I mean, it is what it is. It's not going anywhere, but you have to have balance. You have to say, okay, for one, don't believe everything you see on the internet. Like that's hands down what parents should be drilling in their kids first off, and then it's okay, what are we going to do to make sure you're giving 100% in everything?
Definitely want to tell them to clarify through credible sources. Unfortunate reality is a lot of the sources
That's
that you would
right.
think are credible will not
Do
be
your
credible.
research. Do your own research. You want to be on that that phone like that, then you better do some research especially before you go repeating things.
There
that
you
you've
go.
seen.
That's the one. Before you go out there repeating.
Right.
The coach said, "Hey, boy, I knew you dumb. Don't let everybody know this." All right.
Don't show you ignorance.
Yeah, boy. I knew you dumb.
But it also goes back to, like I said, but even like homework was required.
Yep.
Every night you didn't have nights where you didn't have homework.
What you mean you got no homework? Go find some.
Yeah.
Right. A lot
you
of
could
these kids
you
come
could
home
go
with no homework
Yeah,
now. I don't understand.
You couldn't come home with that.
No.
I don't understand.
I'm
Not
I'm
in sleep
yeah.
peacefully. Not in sleep.
I'm gonna open my book up. So you had to do homework too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had that homework. That homework.
I think the reason, because like my daughter doesn't get a lot of homework.
Really?
But I think it's because they showed that statistically it didn't improve anything.
Man,
I'm gonna tell you
I
something.
disagree.
I wish I would have tried that stat going back.
Man, I wouldn't remember what I said after that.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
my
I
daughter.
said in fact too much homework, which I think there was a point where we had too much homework.
To my information overload.
It was actually more detrimental.
Okay.
I don't know.
How much, what's wrong with having too much information? I don't
Well,
get
listen,
that.
my daughter told me.
Because kids were spending just as much time doing homework as they were in school.
Well,
Like you'd get home and you'd have like 4 or 5 hours of homework.
Well, I mean, like high school, you might have had, I say maybe 2, but I never had 4 hours. I never had 4 hours of homework. You had 4 hours of homework in high school?
Oh yeah, science,
Not me.
math, English. I mean,
Well, there's a rule that you
much.
spend one. It's like a one in, one out rule. My brother said he's a professor, but he says it's that one in, one out rule. But I'm gonna tell you,
You had 4 hours of homework. Did you have 4 hours? You had 4 hours of
time.
homework? I ain't
Plenty
never
of
had
time.
that much homework.
my
would've
progress
dropped
took
out.
taking that long. My
Yeah, I would have dropped out. I ain't doing nothing. Drop out.
You wasn't
This
gonna
ain't
drop out
work.
because you.
This ain't gonna work.
Gary
I
would
gotta
kick
find me
you
a
to
job.
sleep.
Yeah, I gotta find me a job.
Yeah, you
4
know
hours
what?
of homework? Oh man, I ain't
There
gonna do
had
that.
to be some
That's
days like
long.
that.
You talking about getting home? Oh, man,
I had
no.
one. I had one to go to Berkeley and one go to Jesuit. And granted, they're not with the University of Thomas Jefferson High School.
And no one cares. We're gonna keep going.
But nonetheless, they're Berkeley and Jesuit. And
Yep.
I'll tell you what both of them said. I asked, and she's gonna get her Farm D in May. She said, "Dad, people can." I bought her a car and we were driving back. She said, "Dad, people can say what they want to say. That private education makes a difference."
It does.
And the odd thing is, I got genius over here talking, but when they talk about private education, you're not going to a private school that everybody wants their kids to go to and think you're not going to work hard because it's like what you told me about the Shield. The school don't care about you. What you're not going to do,
It's embarrassed the school.
Right.
okay? So
You're not
now
gonna do that.
at Jesuit, I asked Calvin when he decided not to go up there to FAM. He said, when I asked him, I said, what do you think the difference is between? And now he has his associates, right? But he said, what's the difference between HCC and Jesuit? And he said, Jesuit was harder. And I looked at him. He says, because it gave us so much work to do.
But I think, I guess for me, it's like,
I don't.
let me ask the girls, on a standard, average day, how much homework you think y'all might have to do? An hour, 2 hours?
What grade are they in?
We homeschool, so our homework is kind of different. They have to get every week. They have to have 2 weeks of work done in one subject. So there are days where they could be working from 11 to 7 o'clock at night.
But it's
homeschool.
fine.
Right, but if that's one day throughout the week, then
No,
okay.
that's about every day.
Everybody ready.
So they got 8 hours per day?
Not 100% doing it though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so if they can carry over,
I want them to drop out too.
but they don't
That's
have a
lot.
weekend.
Yeah, go
It's
ahead,
just
drop out.
consecutive.
but you live in a competitive.
But that's all the subjects.
But you
though.
live in a competitive world now. See, when we came, our competition was across the street. Now your competition is global.
Yeah.
And every other nation does so much better
Let me tell you,
than the
they
United
really
States.
do.
And I've been all over the world
They really do.
because their emphasis on being better academically is there.
Right. The problem that we have in
We're
America
archaic
is
in the
it's
United
horrible
States.
because we're not teaching them the stuff that's keeping their focus. So I think that's part of it. Now, a lot of these counties and states have dumbed down a lot of stuff so they could pass these kids and get them out of the system. That's what I think is happening. But if you go back to and look and research like your Chinas and your Japan, just Asia in general. Those kids are going to school every day except for like Sunday, and they're spending hours. But they're
Yeah.
not just learning science, math, and all. They're learning a bunch of different
learning
things.
about
They're
life,
having exercise classes. They're having,
And
all types
they have
of
a class on-
financial learning.
on
It's a lot of
interaction,
stuff.
how to interact with one another. They have etiquette classes. Yeah.
Life lessons. We're not giving that to our kids in
And
school.
we're actually seem like we're trying to take that from them.
I think also too is that something that I was kind of amazed by. That I got a couple people that's work in the school system and they don't teach financial literacy.
Yes, which is horrible.
And that's you're preparing the
Yes.
next generation to fail.
Yes.
Because I
Yes.
remember in school,
That's changing.
that's changing.
Yeah, they passed it last year. DeSantis put in a
That's
new
amazing.
law that
Kudos.
to require high school graduates to do financial literacy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
'cause I
need to
mean,
bring
But we
sex
still
education
end up
back,
we still
too.
end up eighth from the bottom in overall education in Florida last year. Just in case people didn't see that last week, like I did.
Pillsbury County
Yep.
No, state of Florida.
Florida in
State of
general.
Florida.
was 8th, so they were like 41st across the country. You
Well, there's still 50 states.
know what I'm saying? Okay, well, they were lower tier. I understand what you're saying, but I think that's something
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that's something that's profound. Like,
Interesting, isn't it?
yeah, but I mean, I just
State of Florida, by the way.
yeah, but I mean, but here we go again. You what you have to
Along
look
with,
at is
along
that.
with,
But
Mississippi,
what you
Louisiana,
what you miss out
Kentucky.
but what you miss out on is that it's a large
Based on what?
black and brown population in the state. So always keep that in mind. So when you go to looking at the disappointment for okay, we don't have the numbers. When you look at and I go back to this and I think this is something that sticks out to me. When you look at a lot of people, parents, high school, just got through. So they don't have that and a lot of kids are not pushed today. We don't push our children. So always keep that in mind. So it's like, okay, well, hey, you got to see.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you to emphasize?
I'm not knocking it.
Strengthening.
I mean, it sounds good.
Okay.
But let's just say, for example, you got a young mother that has a child that at 20 years old, and she's still trying to figure out life herself. Do you really think she's gonna have? Well, you got to do this because once again, social media is raising our children.
Well, the onus of our children's success are their. Some of the motivation can't come from other outside sources. And I remind people of this. I got my formative education in Biloxi. No shout out to Biloxi. Biloxi,
Okay, I get
Mississippi.
But see, we both
in
had
the 70s.
right.
People.
But we also had a healthy fear of disappointing our parents.
No, I had a healthy fear of getting beat by.
Okay, that's same thing. Same rule. I was saying it without saying it.
Yeah.
So I totally understand what you're saying.
And by the way, shout out, happy birthday, Mom.
Right. Yeah, happy birthday, Mom. But see, once again, that report card meant something. And I guess for me it was like look up. Everybody knew it was like report cards coming out because what they did in Atlanta, like someplace now they mail them, but see in Atlanta you got the report card. So my mama
signed.
right. So my mama already
What
knew.
year was that?
If Derica got hers, yours
right.
coming. So my elementary and middle school report cards, no issue at all. Here
Right.
you go, Mom.
It's when you
I
start
got
getting
all
letters.
A's in the B. When you get
Not
to
no
high school,
satisfactory no
you get to
more.
high school, like, oh man, they tripping. I don't know. I don't know
Right.
what they doing with the report card. I don't know where it's at. I'm over here with you. I got a buddy in class. Hey, can you make this D a B and change this to this? So that what was going on. But I sit back and think about it now. And even like Lisa tells a funny story about her mom. Being a teacher, she was up on that.
Mm-hmm.
She was up on what was going on. So you sit back and think about it now with those grades, and if you in a neighborhood or you got friends, y'all got kids same age.
Yep.
But you saw the report card. Oh, report card's out. Oh, girl, let me call you back. Hey, where your report card
Where
at?
your report card at? That's right.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I forgot it.
I forgot
or
it. Oh yeah,
something.
teacher, she left. I ain't get it.
Funding.
Yep.
And that's why I go back to. So I think nowadays is that's the thing. So you got them homeschool. They're doing them 8-hour shifts, but they learning so much.
Right.
So when as they advance and continue, knowledge is so important in today's times.
Extremely important.
And people have to understand that. And we got a little running joke here. The same energy y'all put these kids on first day of school with their outfits.
Right.
Give us that same energy those first or
That's
second
right.
9 weeks of school. Let's see what the grades looking like.
Thing.
Yeah, let's see what the grades looking
The
like.
focus is just all wrong, but it goes back to when you were saying with these young parents. A lot of this generation have younger parents.
Right.
I was a young parent, but I'm not a statistics. I made sure I wasn't. So.
Right.
But I was a young parent, my first child. So and I just knew that I wasn't going to be wrapped up in that, not involving myself into his education.
And then making excuses.
Right.
But I'm saying we didn't have excuses. Like I say, you whatever came your way, you went, I was young, so
Right. No.
I'm doing the best I can. You know,
Yeah.
like that wasn't
The
going
age is
on.
irrelevant. Like
Right.
you got to handle your business,
And
and
that's
that's
the
now
thing.
that's now your priority.
Right. So I think a lot of times that's what people struggle with because
Yep.
it goes back to the same narrative where there were expectations that we came up with that you were going to deliver on.
That's right.
You weren't going to fail. This is what you're going to do.
Yep.
If you're going to be here, this is what
This
you're
is
going to
the
do.
commitment.
And that was it.
Yep.
Certain
Yep.
things were basic when we came up, and that's missing today, and that's what makes it things what they are.
Yeah.
And I tell what frustrates me is when I speak to people, I'm thinking you all have access to things that just weren't even a part of our,
Right.
other than the Jetsons in our mindset would never exist.
Right.
Right.
We had to carry, carrying the rucksack in the military for me wasn't that much more. It wasn't that difficult because I've been carrying books, so it wasn't.
And you had to come home with books. That wasn't even like, where your
just-
books at?
You carry. You
Right.
brought them books
But they
home.
don't even get books no more, though.
Right.
They don't get books.
Everything's online.
That's bizarre to me.
Everything's online. Now that's
for
the world
me,
we
I
live in.
can't read online. I have to physically have
You
a
have to
book.
touch the pages.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think but you're discounting the kids who don't learn that way, who have a
Yeah,
more
people have
difficult
different
time.
sets of
And I think
to
you
learn.
can't just put everybody in a bucket, and that's
Yeah.
where we fall short with these
I remember
kids.
doing the book report, and some teachers, okay,
Yep.
you got to type it. We ain't got no typewriter, so I got to go down here to the
Right.
library and
straight
in that
Right.
pick,
Right.
picking. Like, I can't just write. No, you can write it, start out, but then you write it, then you type. So I remember doing that. You had to have a nice fold up the hole puncher
Yep.
and turn it in like that. That's what it was. So you wasn't going.
And they were
That's what
preparing
it
you for
was.
college
Yeah.
at the time.
Yes. Yep.
See, we didn't come from a time where they didn't prepare anybody for the option of going to school, and we actually had trades in school. 'Cause I remember
Right.
shop.
Oh, missed
and,
that.
Was it sheet metal? We had shop. We had
All that.
we had
They had
auto
beauty,
mechanics,
they
auto
had,
mechanics
right.
too.
you know,
But I think
Nursing, all
but that
types of
goes back
stuff.
to, like I say, the era
Home ec.
today.
Home ec.
Yeah, the era today is they just don't. Tech has a lot of programs. Brandon's got some programs. Hillsboro's got some programs. There's some schools that have programs, but it's not as vast as
Readily
it was.
available for everyone.
Right. So
There should be more of it, though. They really need to go back to what worked. Go back into the
Physical
time and
parents
really
work.
understand
yeah,
what works.
that's what I'm saying. But like
You
I
know?
said,
Physical
the
parenting
presence
works. Yeah.
of parents that were unified.
Yep.
And even if, like I say, not together, but just like, okay, hey, your
Unified for the benefit of their children.
neighbor could get on you if you was out of bounds.
Yeah.
They
I'm
gonna
a
get
firm
you together.
believer in a village
Yeah.
raises a kid.
Right.
I will say that to the end of time because I'm one of those village people, and I know how it is. And just by, my level of involvement with my family and just the love that I have for everyone, I'm always there to help any way possible. So and it takes a bunch of family members and friends and everybody within that circle to really pitch
But the
in.
village used to have a standard. Now the standard for the
I
village
think you
is
make the standard though.
no
I agree
doubt.
with
But
that.
the village had a standard.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
now our standards are like
Yeah.
somewhere. You're going to see Mary J. Blige, but who did you mention today?
Who, Beyonce?
No, the other one at the beginning.
Help me out.
Who they don't play at their
Glorilla,
Glorilla,
Yeah.
Sexy
Glorilla.
Red. Okay, yeah, Glow.
okay, and unfortunately that's the standard.
Yeah. But
that's
that goes
what's
back to
going
the
on.
social media.
Yeah, social media. Yeah.
And really explain to your kids that that's not
That's-
not the real.
No.
That's them for 10 minutes out of their time.
Yeah.
That's not how they live at home.
At all, because if you look
You
at when
know?
they go home, they ain't going home to the place they talking about that.
Yeah.
No, you don't even see that. You don't even see that side of it. They ain't finna let you see that. That's why I say they keeping it real goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to, we're gonna close this out. I want to definitely thank Gina Greene for coming out,
adults,
kicking it with us.
Dumb
Amir
adults.
coming out, we're gonna do a little rapid fire with y'all before we get out of here. So we're gonna recognize our last sponsors. You can pull up. Let's pull up.
Odell Beckham.
Pull up
Well,
Wingstop.
the balls, really quickly. The
Oh, yeah, go
balls,
ahead. I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Let me just touch on the balls real quick. So that red ball is our tiny tight ball
me
for
see
the
that.
3 to 5 year olds. This Nerf is soft.
I can chunk that.
This ball is our
Let me see that one.
our junior peewee, like
Oh, yeah, I'm
peewee
chunking
age
this,
ball,
too.
our 6 to 8
This
year olds,
kinda
and then the
slick.
brown and up are our
Those
older
are-
kids, 9 and up. So those are the different footballs for them. And just really quickly as well, we just
You wear your gloves when you throw this, don't you?
we just became an affiliate with the Buccaneers flag football program.
Oh yeah, they was at the first game. Tell them
Yep,
about that. They was
so
at the first
they,
game. Posted up.
So they are trying to get more involved with flag football in the Tampa Bay area. So they they have their own affiliate marketing program going on. So hopefully in the next couple months, we'll have some more news coming out with that, some advantages that we have with their facility and all that good stuff. So be on the lookout for that. Again, follow us on social media. Go to our website for some more flag info. Emails there. Give us a call. Email me. I always have sponsorships available for any kid that wants to play flag football. So you're more than welcome to just email or call, and you'll get that.
Okay,
anytime.
Torres. Make sure you heard that, Torres. Make sure you heard that. Any shout outs you want to give? I know you did. It leaves on any personal shout outs you want to give to anybody?
No, just thank you. Continue to support. We're appreciative of our flag football families. We truly love you guys and always enjoy seeing you out on the field. So continue to come back, spread the word, let them know how you like the league and get involved. Just get involved.
Amir, you want to give any shout outs before you get out of here, man? No. You ain't
Any
never say
jabs?
nobody?
No more jabs.
Okay. You been jabbing all. You been jabbing
Check
all
them out
day.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday go down. They get live on Saturday. So let's recognize these last set of spots. You go to Wingstop first. We got 10 of them that what you call it, rock with chop shop. So these are the ones I'm not recommending Sefton, not the one out there in Waterset. These are the ones that you go to. 2115 East Hillsboro. 10019 North Dale Mabry. 4217 out there, Polk County. 4217 South Florida, out there by Club Kathleen. 14915 North Florida, right there. What's that old spot? Malibu, right?
Malibu.
Okay. The newest one, 8436 West Hillsborough, way out there by Oldsmar.
Wow.
Then you got
Old Flea Market.
107 South Dale Mabry, right there. Kennedy and Dale
Jefferson
Mabry
Country.
corner. No one cares. 23048 Florida Highway 54 by the Outlet Mall. 1219 Bruce B. Downs.
Clean living.
Down at New Tampa, Wesley Chapel area a little bit. Then we got where it all started, 2776 North Fowler. And Chop Shop headquarters, 9305 North 56.
Absolutely.
We got to get back into posting up in there too, right there by the Blockbuster Plaza, 56 at Bush. Then we got our 3 newest sponsors. You can pull them up from real quick, Torres.
Pick one.
Okay, let's pull up. Let's pull up Paul, our newest sponsor. Mobile Tent, Tampa Tent Incorporated, 813-408-9112. Go check them out, Tampa Tent Shop at gmail.com. They do mobile tent, auto, home, and office.
And that's also
Paul Archer. That's
there
Delil's dad. 28-year expert installer. Go check Paul. They do great work, man. They real fair with the pricing. And also, if you still down in South Tampa, need body work done on your vehicle,
probably do.
go check them out. Calvin's Body Shop.
They hit and roll down there.
Yeah, 7413 South Jerva. 813-831-6135. Collision repair, paint restoration, part replacement, structure repair, minor dent removal.
And you definitely know that.
And last but not least, those with pools, my man Spencer Johnson, S&C Pool Services, 813-802-9496. Check out the website, sncpoolservices.com. Pavers Reservices, supply and install pumps, automation salt systems, heat pumps, automatic cleaners, algae cleanup, and acrylic deck. I just talked to Spencer. He was talking about the LeBron, about the Luka deal earlier.
Oh, yeah, what did he say?
He wasn't feeling it.
Like me? Yeah.
I wonder what's behind all that.
We're going to get into that a little later, but this is our last break. Like I say, we do not own the right to this music. Torres, give us something. We come back. We got Gina and the Mibby going to bring the twins out. They're going to be on the grill for rapid fire. Let's run it. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back with our last segment of Rapid Fire with Kings Care. You see we got some new people that added. The twins are the way kicking. So we're going to kick with them real quick. Let's pull up Rapid Fire, Waldo and Tariva. Appreciate y'all sponsoring. So the Rapid Fire is brought by Kings Care. They're like Odell Beckham, little brother, don't it? Made for a king, made by a queen for a king. Go check them out. They're on Amazon. They come up on Prime. Yeah, they got the pomade, beard oil, all different kind of hair products, man. Go check them out, man. They got some good stuff going. Okay, we're gonna hit Mama first. Gina, favorite Mary J. Blige song of all time for you? Just give me three. Give me three.
1-1. That's my first one.
Okay.
So you hit me with names. I don't know names too well.
Okay. Well, just albums, whatever.
Yeah.
4-1 for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Amir, favorite Super Bowl. What's your favorite Super Bowl food?
French fries.
Okay.
And wings.
Yeah.
And wings. Okay. Amaya, what's your favorite Super Bowl food?
Probably wings.
Wings. What about you?
Yeah, wings.
Wings. Ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch.
What about you, Amir?
Ranch.
So everybody on ranch.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite flavor wings? What y'all like?
Buffalo.
What about you?
Barbecue.
Barbecue. What about you?
Pepper.
There we
Pepper.
go.
Okay, there you go.
There
King
we
of
go.
Road. Okay.
There we
Well, I
go.
feel
Now-
disappointed.
Now let me ask you, bone
You didn't
in
answer.
or
Wait,
boneless?
You didn't answer.
No, but my
Okay.
sauce is the best,
Oh,
and
no.
I don't know how they.
See where I get it from?
Yeah.
My sauce is the best. Okay. Favorite subject in school, Amir?
Social studies, right?
Flag football. That's your favorite subject.
Probably history.
There we go.
Okay. What about you? Math. What about you?
Nah.
Math. Okay. Last question before we get out of here. I'm gonna go to Mama first. Who gonna win the Super Bowl?
Oh man, I think the Chiefs gonna take it.
Okay. Anaya, who you like?
I like none of them, but I want the Eagles.
You want the Eagles to win? Okay. Amaya, who you want to win?
Eagles.
And I already know who you like, but you can go ahead and say it though.
The Chiefs gonna win.
Okay. Just throwing this out there. Gina and my brother B Love, they having a get together this Sunday, Super Bowl, and Amir's already said if the Chiefs do lose, everybody got to leave. The Eagles fan, you got to leave. He's already put that in the atmosphere. So I already told Lisa
Well,
we
y'all
drive
can
it.
prepare to leave
We
early.
drive it.
He
We
said
drive.
we
We
gotta
drive it
set them
separate.
up
We drive it
outside
separate
in the tent.
We drive separate vehicles because I do not want to get left. So, but I think it's gonna be a good game. So I
Yeah,
mean,
it's gonna be a great
good
I
game.
think it's gonna go under.
No, I think they're gonna score. I think they're gonna score. They're gonna be some points.
You think so?
Maybe
I think it's gonna be some points on the board. They
Super
gonna
Bowl,
give us a
Super Bowl
show.
need, Super Bowl need, like I said, they a show. They need a show because especially right now with two good teams, and they've been scoring in their other games. So I can't see now you get the Super Bowl, now it's going to be a
no
17,
scores,
14.
yeah.
No.
Yeah,
They ain't going to do
they've
that.
been running up the
I see it be a
scoreboard.
low scoring game.
So what's your prediction for the points? What you think it's going to be?
Well, I don't think they're gonna hit 49. So I'm thinking it might be
27, 21, something like that?
23, 20, something like that.
23,
You on
20.
the low side?
Okay, well, we're going to see. It's going to be a
Okay.
good one. So
I
we're going
think
to
I
see.
think Philadelphia's gonna take the air out the ball.
We're going to see. Like I said, if
Okay.
I think they help Philadelphia if they do. Because Mahomes can't throw the ball. They're going to be tough.
Well, I think one thing is for sure. One thing I saw that was interesting this last week is that you can run the ball in Kansas City,
Yeah.
and that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a problem.
And one thing about Saquon is that he can give you 2, 3, 50,
At any
4,
time.
5, 70. He can score anytime he touch the ball. So
And-
Amir, I don't want no trouble. I'm wearing a neutral shirt. I don't want to get embarrassed and get thrown out. Okay, so just please, I'm not coming in with an Eagle shirt on. I'm just chilling,
We ain't asked
coming to
Torres,
watch the
he was
game.
like,
Torres said he really don't care. He ready to see Kendrick Lamar. That's all he waiting on, Kendrick Lamar. That's it. So
You
I'm
think
here for the halftime show.
that's
Right.
it. That's
Right.
all. That's all he here for. He right there. So
yeah, I guess
we back at it
you're
next
a
Monday,
Miami
man.
fan, that's the best you can expect, right?
That's how it go. We got Coach Trevor Thornton coming on kick with us that week. That's definitely gonna be entertaining.
It's
So
gonna be worth the price of admission.
for my nieces, my nephew, my sister, thank y'all for coming.
Thank
coming
you.
on kicking it. Like I say, Leagues on pull up one more time, Torres, for the good people, so they can get online. And like I say, could you still take a registration? Correct.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you just Elite Zone Flag Football. Go check out the website, www.theelitezone.org. So, Dawes, you got the Chiefs winning. I can't say
No, I
that.
don't.
You got the Eagles winning?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you
Actually,
said the
that's
Chiefs.
not where my mind is. My mind is on 49.
Okay, but you would like to see the Chiefs. You would like to see the Eagles win.
I like to see nobody score 50.
Okay. With that being said, okay.
Okay.
I don't want to see 50 points.
Well, y'all have a good week. Like I said,
Yes,
you know,
thank
make
you.
time to spend with your family, man. It's been a
That's
crazy
right.
year so far. So, like I said, we got Trevor Thornton coming on next week. So for Torres, world famous Waldo,
Happy birthday, Mom.
great dog. Happy birthday, Mama Queenie.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Mama Queenie. I like y'all had a good time up there too.
Absolutely.
That's what it be
That's
about.
what's
Make
up.
memories with your family while you can, man. So
And upcoming birthday to my godmother as well. So I look
and Gina got them good wings and meatballs. I can't wait. I might spend the night Saturday night.
Right,
So
yep.
for that being said, man, hey, who's got it better than us? Nobody.
That's right.
Keep God first. Love your family. When you see us, holler, man. Good night. We gone.